All right, guys, welcome to our episode of Hot Seat. We've been really excited to do these things because at the end of the day, what's important is helping people change where they're at. So I got my man Omar here. Say hi, Omar.
Hi, Omar.
Hi, Omar. Love that. Introduce yourself to people if they don't know you.
Yeah, I'm Omar Hibbert. I've been in the game insurance since 2015. I joined FFL 2 years ago. It's like a complete 180. It was great. I used to do. I was a project manager for a big company, and just working with the hospitality side of it, just point of sale, setting up point of sale systems for restaurants, and it was just it was a draining thing for me. So my dad, he's doing life insurance as well. He's been doing it for about 15 years. He told me about it, and I just hopped on the opportunity. We started with a one company, captive company, and that was, I was like in a circle. I was like a gerbil in a cycle, pretty much, and saw FFL, and I joined. And
Okay.
Game,
So here's what
game
I
on.
want to do. Here's what I want to do. You have the same bad habit I used to have when I was talking. Do you know what it is?
This?
No. Do
No.
what you want with your hands. I care less. I mean, that's just.
Okay.
And then I was.
Oh.
And then I was. And then my dad was in. I used to do the same shit.
Gotcha.
And then thankfully, a guy was like, "Hey man, stop doing that. It's distracting." Right? And then when you're telling people, so if I'm trying to tell you about what I'm doing, like when you notice when you and I talk, it's very intentional because I have short segments of time and I don't want to screw them up.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So it's like I've been in insurance since 2015. What was your best year of income? What was your best year of income in life insurance ever?
Best year?
Yep.
88,000.
$88,000. Was that good? Did you feel good about it?
At that time.
At
yeah.
that time, there's by the way, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I felt good about it.
Right.
Okay. What do you think has been your biggest weakness or your biggest obstacle getting you to 100 grand, 150, 200, 500, $1 million, whatever you want to make?
Biggest weakness, just being consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And I think that's most people's biggest weakness.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never had that problem. Like I'm all kinds of jacked up in other ways, but when I get committed to something, I'm consistent.
Gotcha.
Like I'm all about it. Like this is my deal. This is how I take care of my family. This is what I do. You have kids?
Yeah.
How many?
Two.
What ages?
11 and 5.
11 and 5.
Yeah.
So now the beautiful thing is you can't go back the next 10 years. What is one of the biggest things that keeps you inconsistent? What is something that you do that slows you down, keeps you inconsistent?
Just being home and just distractions, just like doing, like I was working from home initially and distractions all the time. I had to pick up the kids. I had to go this way. I had to go Walmart, pick up this.
You raise your kids together? You married?
Well, yeah, fiance. Yeah, we're not married yet, but
not married yet.
Yeah.
Are they your kids with her?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, one, and I have a stepson. Yeah,
good to know. Mm-hmm. But you're raising them. Are you raising them both in your home full time?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Got it. And
both of us.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And she works.
And she works.
Okay. So one of the things you have to understand is you take the simple things because that's simple. Like that's a simple fix.
Right.
It really is. Either it's, hey guys, I have to do this. So I started the life insurance business, and my kids were 5 and 7.
Okay.
Okay. In my house, me, and they want to do stuff, right? But I had to go and I started explaining at a very young age how important this shit was. Like this morning, because you're not in school, I will be on the phone.
Gotcha.
That's how I pay for your stuff. I told them, I was very direct with them at a very young age about everything. Mm-hmm. Like I've been sober 23 years. When they asked me or asked about this one or why was this person acting that way, I bet they were drinking. I was very honest. Here's why I don't drink. Here's the dumb stuff I do. You probably have in your genetics. Be careful. Mm-hmm. Same thing with business. I taught my kids to be intentional. You're unfortunately, like most people, teaching your kids to be unintentional. Mm-hmm. Because you're doing it, you're kind of running around a schedule. It's like, guys, on Saturday at 8, y'all can figure out what you want to do. You're older, but I have to work. Mm-hmm. Now, I need you to understand that it's this. This isn't my pleasure. This is what I do to take care of us.
Right.
Us, meaning you want nice stuff, you want to join dance, you want to play ball, I have to do that.
Vacation.
Whatever happens to be. I took my kids, sat down a piece of paper, put a line down the middle. One side said WN, wants and needs. Other side said GU, give up. And I said, what do y'all want? And they were, 5 and 7, craziest stuff they wanted, right? And I said, what do you want to give up? And of course, what do kids don't want to give anything up. By the way, adults don't want to give anything up.
Right.
I wrote in huge capital letters, time. I'm going to give up time with y'all. so we can have a better life in the future. Because you can't raise 2 kids and $88,000.
True.
Can't do it. It's impossible. And that's the other thing when you're working with people, there's no gray area. Like, you can't raise 2 kids on 88 grand. Yes, I can. No, you can't. And when I say you can't, you're going to struggle with money the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't look down on anybody based on what kind of money they make. I was not more or less of a man when I made 60 grand a year. I'm not a better man if I make millions of dollars a year. I'm not a worse man. I'm not a better man at 60 grand. Because that's the other thing in the world. People are like, somehow, when I was growing up, being poor was cool. I mean, being rich was cool when I was growing up. Like, that was cool. Like, people made fun of people like me behind my back because we were poor. You're an apartment kid. They had all kinds of shit to say about me. Who lived in a subsidized apartment. Never in my face.
Right.
But behind my back. And nowadays, people will like hate on people because they make money. And I'm like, dude, it's so wacky. Because when I was a kid, they made fun of us for having nothing.
Right.
But now they want to make fun of people for having something.
Right.
The good news is, I don't give a flying fuck what anybody says. You have to control your business, your home, your environment.
True.
So that starts today. So your kids are stakeholders in your business. Your fiance is a stakeholder. You have other family around that hang out with the kids, see the kids?
Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
Yep.
Does she live with you, near you?
Yep.
Live with you or near you?
Live.
Live with you?
Yes.
Okay. So she lives in your house?
Yes.
Does she pay to live in there?
No.
No. There's nothing. If you don't want to answer, I want to.
No. I was just thinking. Yeah.
She doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah.
Well, guess what that comes with, mother-in-law? Love you. I need some help with the kids.
Right.
So and you can't do it Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Like, oh shit, you're like, you got to go. Okay, here's my schedule this week, and you go to her and you go, hey, on Monday through Friday I'll be in the office. I know that your fiance, she's working. You figure that out with her.
Right.
Hey, come Saturday, guys. I got to work this Saturday. So which one of you is gonna be able to watch the kids? And the mother-in-law is like, hey, well, I'm kind of busy. It's like, wait a minute. You live here free.
Gotcha.
I love you, but you live here because at the end of the day, you're the main wage earner in the home.
Right. Exactly.
That means everybody has to acknowledge that. If your mother-in-law was or your fiance was, then I'm kind of like, dude, I can't give that advice.
Right.
You're the main wage earner. As a man, that's our job too, by the way.
That's
so
true.
People get like, by the way, anybody gonna make money? You could marry someone who makes 3 times as much as you. I'm just saying how I feel as a man. It's my job, my title.
Yeah.
I want to, if you need to be protected, provided for, money, I want you to come to me.
True.
Somebody's bothering me, call me.
That's true.
So you have to sit down today and lay that schedule out and commit to it. And then you bring the stakeholders in that, your kids, your fiance, your mother-in-law.
Right.
And you don't do it in 5-year windows because that'll freak everybody out. Hey guys, for the next 90 days, here's my schedule. 90.
Short term.
Everybody can do 90 days.
Right.
90 days. You're like, hey, you beat the shit out of the guy who broke his jaw. I'd be like, well, he pissed me off. You can go to jail for 7 years. 7 years? Shit, it's a long time. Can you plead to 90? Look, 9 days I'm going to do standing on my head. I'll do 9 days tomorrow. Everybody can see 90 days.
Right.
And then what happens is the results in 90 days, they speak for themselves. And then they become really excited about the result. And now they start planning how to continue the schedule without you.
Gotcha.
Because your fiance is less stressed out about money. Your mother-in-law is stressed out about money.
Kids are enjoying it.
Kids are enjoying it.
Yeah.
Everybody because when money's stressful, everybody feels it.
True.
Everybody feels it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
And you're how old?
40.
You're 40. You look like you're 25, so you're aging really well.
Yeah.
You're 40 years of age. So, dude, we have to make this happen sooner than later.
Right.
You're smart. You're great in the phone. I've heard you. People like you. You're honest with your clients. But also, we got to start thinking about building a business.
That's true, too.
What do you think the biggest reason is you haven't built a business? Because you've been in the life insurance game
for a while, yeah. And it's just laziness, I think. It's just me, just going out there and speaking to people about it. But I don't know. Sometimes mentally, I just try to focus on production.
Yeah.
I'm just focused on that. And then I'm not just focused on helping people all at the same time.
Well, you're definitely not lazy. That's the other thing. And people say that a lot of times. And I don't think you're doing it to try to let yourself off the hook and just kind of, it's self-deprecating, but you're not lazy. You're just all over the place. Because lazy, you sit on the couch doing nothing. You're doing something with the kids. You're doing something over here. You're not lazy.
Gotcha.
You're just not committed and you're not consistent in where you need to be. And as a businessman or businesswoman, that's what cripples most people. They're not lazy. They're doing stuff with all kinds of people. They're out doing, you go out, I don't care if you go out and work out. You ain't lazy. It takes 2 hours. But it ain't making you no money.
Right.
The worst shape I was in my life was when we launched FFL. Dude, I ate Cinnabon 2-3 times a day. I didn't even think about going to the gym. I had no time for the gym. I was fat and productive. And I mean fat. But dude, I wasn't worried about it.
Right.
It wasn't that. I didn't have time for that at that point in time. I need to go make money. You're like, well, you should make time. Okay, I got it, Tonto. You're the best thing ever. But I didn't make time for it. I was up early working.
Grinding, yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't sleep until 10. My fat ass was up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I was working. Eating Cinnabons, pounding food, and never thinking about working out. Because I was literally focused on that.
Right.
So you're not lazy. Also, you have to see yourself as a businessman. The biggest struggle that most people have is they don't see themselves as being able to lead other people.
Gotcha.
And you have to understand that you're smart, you're a good human being, you are really good at our business, you really want to see people win, you know the business or you know the game, you've been around it, so why not you? Why not you? And that's what you start thinking about. Look around some of the people with the big teams in the insurance industry all over the place. They're not any more special than you.
That's true.
When I launched FFL, I'd never launched an insurance distribution company. But I'm like, why not me? I've seen these other people do it. They ain't that smart. I can do what they're doing. So start being consistent and committed and bring all the people in your life involved in town. 90 days. Guys, here's what I'm going to do for the next 90 days. Third-party validation. I've watched other people do this. It's worked for them. It will work for us. But you have to speak that into existence for them first and foremost.
Right.
And then watch what your kids get from it too.
Nice.
And all of a sudden watch the way they approach things in their life. Because dad was crazy committed to what he's doing. That makes sense?
That makes sense. Facts.
So let's be committed. And this is how people that are working with you should be talking to you. And this is how you're going to talk to people when they start getting it. When they start like, I'm just lazy, I'm this, that. I sabotage my own success. Don't do that. You just don't believe enough in yourself. I believe more in you than you believe in you. I don't think you're a martyr, but dude, I look at you and go, I see a guy that could have a multi-million-dollar business. Without a doubt. I see a guy that could retire, fiance, soon-to-be wife, mother-in-law, take care of kids, give back to his community because he's a stud. You have to see it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So that's hot seat isn't this like, oh my God, I'm in the hot seat. Dude, if you pick on people for no reason, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Your job is to tweak things, push, poke, pull, and prod, and build people up. I told the guy the other day, because he likes to do it where he knocks everybody down. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't give a fuck about what you think. I win for my teammates, for my family, for me.
Right.
And first and foremost, God.
Right.
I didn't make a bunch of tackles in football because my coach inspired me. I made them for my teammates and for me. I didn't hit the ball. I didn't pitch. I didn't play third. I didn't do all those things. I didn't play hoops, and I wasn't boxing people out and playing good defense because of my coach.
Right.
I did it for my teammates
And yourself.
and for me.
Right.
And that's why you're doing this deal here. And as a coach and a leader, you just want to be involved to help people when there's a problem. But I did need my coach if there was a problem.
Right.
I did need his or her help if it was a problem. And that's what I'm here for with you. And you got to teach the exact same. You got to talk to the way I'm talking to you.
Gotcha.
But you got to start thinking the way I'm thinking,
Right.
which is easy. But you just have to do it. You have to commit to it.
Gotcha.
That makes sense?
That makes sense.
So my man Omar, I appreciate you. Another
Appreciate
episode of
you,
Hot
Sean.
Seat. If you like this, like, subscribe, share.
Share it
Jump
everywhere.
on my YouTube channel. You better be subscribing and get him on there. Make sure he's watching everybody. Send it out. Watch what he does with his business when he takes control of his personal life, home, situation, schedule, and translates into a businessman. So thanks for jumping on Hot Seat.